Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears SMP Season 3, although 1 for me technically, but you know, Season 3 for the server, Episode 4, and I have been having a blast on it. Not a huge amount happening around here, however I did, and I put them somewhere safe, didn't I? Where did I put these things? No. That one looks a bit manky. Doesn't matter. I actually don't need that for anything now. If I'm going to put something safe, where would I put it? I mean, technically, that would have... Oh, I know where I put it. I put it in here. So, we have got... I made a bronze plate and an iron runestone. And I would like to use the 2 temporal gears I have to make. I think so. I need some granite rock, or actually that I don't know whether that'll be doable from what I have in my inventory, but let me just place that away in there, because we also need to use that is going to be used to create that, which requires me to craft it all together and then bake it in a thingy. I don't think it has to be baked in a fire pit though, so that would be good. Anyway, in addition to that, I'm not sure whether I introduced you to Dapple. This is Dapple, our horsey. He's not very obedient. I have trained him up all the way to 100% obedience, and he's not very practical, because right now there is no way for me to easily get a horse into town. So, but if we shift and control, he has got an inventory of those. Heal needs 60% and stay needs 20%, and I can rename them and they are fast. So Dapple will need a home at some point, and I have now expanded this out to full number of things. I do need to get some more flowers in there for the beezers, because they've got 81, he's only got 77, that's got 0 and 0. And maybe it's because they haven't flown yet. Let me just double check, because these are the 3 newest ones. Yeah, they haven't actually gone out yet. It's too cold. Because of course it's January, which means we're in winter. It's hard to tell we're in winter because well, it doesn't look like anything like the winter that we've got in our single player, and I just need to... I forgot to do this before I started. It's bizarre, that one setting. Oh, hello. Some flax seeds. I could have waited until they were ready, but that probably wouldn't have helped. I do need a few more flowers though, so we may as well things. The other thing I have done is I've upgraded myself to leather backpacks. I did briefly have the what are they called, the canvas ones. Then I realized I can use the canvas ones, yep, for bamboo. Somebody found bamboo. That's what I was looking for, but apparently, because I was looking for that for make myself a bow, because I am the ranger class. I'm Legolas the elf, not Legolas. I'm his alcoholic brother. However, there's a slight problem that I can't actually make the bow, because there's a glitch with the something called JSON. Well, I know what a JSON file is, but yeah, there is a glitch with the oh wow, oh my goodness, it's like a smorgasbord. Oh damn you, what have you... That was insane. Alright, but there is definitely wow, there are so many rabbits. We're not going to starve. It would be virtually impossible to starve. Bamboo shoots, green bamboo. Okay, right, someone found bamboo. And the road network is, whilst embryonic at this stage, is somewhat starting to form. So I'm just going to grab myself a few more flowers just to get those bees up and running. I've been kind of more or less just twiddling around on the server and doing stuff to help out on this community thing. So for example, you know, we've got cabbages, we've got turnips growing. I plant, I keep harvesting them. I mean, I'm not the only person who harvests, other people harvest as well, but I come back and then re-sow the fields, and it's a little bit difficult to know what temperatures we're going to get because I've not played in this kind of warmer world that we've got right now. But it's all good fun because you just kind of puddle on, and you know, I'll just like nibble away at the bees for a bit, or I'll chop away at me things and get the stuff to make skeps so I can do more bees. And the bees are flying, so what we'll do is we shall pop a few of these around. I do want to leave the odd pardon me, that was terribly rude of me, the odd place where I can actually set down a bee pot, because otherwise it's going to get very difficult to actually harvest the honey from these. He says failing completely to leave a spot. Well, there's one bit there, so that should keep them happy. We can just, you know, dress up the area a wee bit with some purple, because purple's brilliant. I may have mentioned purple was my favourite colour. Anyway, we'll leave dapple where they are for now. The other thing I did is I brought some chickens across. So the chickens, we had no chickens, and we want chickens for the eggs. And the chickens were all out this way, over in here. There were about 4 of them. Now one of them, I will use the word escaped. It's strong. This is Andy's gaming area. He's intending to build a maze, and the idea is we're going to have the options to build some spawn games. Not sure what we're going to be able to do with, in the same way that, you know, we would in Minecraft, because obviously Minecraft has redstone and Vintage Story does not, so it'll be interesting. But I had to bring them all the way along here, and then I brought them all the way up here. They escaped more times than I want to even think about. Well, they didn't go through that. Oh, hello. Quality book 2. Poor quality tin. We brought them all the way along here. And when I say brought them, it was basically building originally a 2-high wall. I discovered that chickens, when stressed, can sometimes jump out of a 2-high wall. So then for about half of it I did a 3-high wall, which they can't jump out of. So we brought them through here, we brought them out of there, we brought them all along here. The community centre will be getting a roof soon, I'm assured. They have finally found bauxite. I think was it Dan? Anyway, there was a challenge, whoever gets 50,000 blocks away from spawn first, and they won. So and we got chicks. I brought them all the way around here, and there are lots of eggs. I was not taking any chances on them. That is probably going to be an unfertilized chicken egg, because it's not in a box. That's got 3 eggs fertile, 3 eggs fertile. A broody hen is needed, and that one is empty. So he probably got 2 broodies. Are you? Don't know. We'll find out. I will have to say that this is a strange thing, but I think what I will do is I'll go and feed them up, because we want some good happy chickens. I also need to grab some food for myself anyway, so find me that. 32 of those. That should. Flax is for me the grain of choice because we have so much of it. So, plans for today. I want to quarry. I want to get my quarrying on. You see, look at you. You're like, they're definitely all 100% wild, by the way. I thought these 8, 16. Who's not got a full complement then? Doesn't matter. Let's just leave those chickens to it and hope they never get killed by accident, because they were a real pain to bring over. I think once we've got a good breeding population, I think we need to separate them off. But until then, we just get on with things as they are. Right, what have we got in the way of food? What has been left? We've got some fruit pies, dried blackcurrant pie, meat pie. I think I've got some pie, but I'm going to take myself a little bit of the... That's going to die first, so we might as well pop that into inventory, and I can leave an egg for somebody. If they haven't found the eggs, they're there, and they keep fresh for a reasonable amount of time once they're in the freezer. The other thing I could do... Now, the thing is, these are... If you look, these are ticking down. Quite rapidly. And it makes it difficult to pick them up as stacks. So I don't know whether that was a thing, whether we wanted that or whether we wanted to be slower so we get less stuff. Yeah, I was going to have a look first off in the... I need 2 granites, that's the one. And let's go in and grab you and you, and I think, wasn't it something like... Where's my kniff there? No? Oh, hammer and chisel. Okay. Oh, don't click with that in your hand. That'll set you spawn, and that's the last thing you want to do. Hammer. I've not got my chisel on me, damn it. Actually, let me just put that hammer away. We've got hammers and chisels over here, haven't we? Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, life goes on, progressing. I would have done copper base actually, but we have more tin than we have copper. That's teleportation stone. That's the one we wanted. Right, let's get these put away. And then we need to... things. Now, need to do hoofer. Now, my thoughts were this. I was originally going to place my teleportation stone at home, but I actually think it would be far more useful and far more community oriented if it were, say, we need to make sure it's somewhere that we need to make sure it's somewhere where people are going to feel safe to teleport into, and then nothing's going to get broken. So the lab back here is where we're going to put, well, the lab. My plan is, for me, is to put in a coke oven there, and we need to expand this, and there is direction to expand this over that way. Plenty of direction to expand this over that way, because that's the back of Candy's shop. So we can go all the way down there, and we apparently want to get bloomeries, and I've watched Shino's video on the big kilns. That might be interesting to put a couple of those in somehow. So, but all of this will be going over into the lab eventually. So you've got that space there. Or we could go with a space over here and just have it so you teleport in at this point. Maybe block off, maybe put it there. I mean, that might be the better choice. We can just move you over there, and that can just go, I don't know, there for now. Oh, hello. That's going to annoy me. That'll do for now. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Get me a table. Maple, pine, or oak. Bang. So the other thing we need to do is cook up that thing. So if I now pop you in here and drop that, we can let everybody know in the Discord that that is now in place, and we can tune to it. And then the other thing we need is, I think it's just a bit of clay, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, just some clay and a kniff, and then we bake it. Clay is in the baking room anyway. And I think we just do that to get one of those. Now the stupid question, does that need... I think that just needs to go in a fire pit. Let's give it a try, shall we? 700 degrees. Boop, boop. And boop. No, come on, boopy. Yeah, just need to get that to 700 degrees and that will heat. Now, I'm not sure whether that will burn my pinkies when I try and pick it up, but I'm not going to try and find out the hard way. So, yeah, let me do that, and then I need to decide what I want to do next. But I think I want to head down to where my quarry area is, or my build area is, which is going to be near where I'm going to be quarrying mainly sandstone. So we'll get Dapple and we shall go for a ride. I also probably need a spare bed. Do I have a spare bed? Got a crappy bed. I'd prefer a decent bed, and there's no reason why not to have one. Anyway, I'll be back in a moo. Alright, it is the morning. We're reasonably well provisioned for food. I'm not entirely sure how forage is going to be, but so as a horse, Dapple is, I think this is, as a mod, this is not the most glitch free. However, where the Arabian really comes into its own is just, whoa, hang on, is speed. Now the danger, of course, is that I run straight into a Gaturi burr or a cave or off a cliff, So I am going to exercise a little bit of caution. That's a sheep. I'm not sure whether the wolf would actually be able to catch us, but it's glitchy. But you know what? It is, hello, it isn't actually me doing the legwork. So there is that. So heading straight down here to, if we look where I am right now, I'm here and Shino's place is actually there. That's Odd Apes, it's not Shino's. I was wrong about that. This is the site of Shino's industrial district, which he's going to be building, and it is not going to be pretty by all accounts, but it is an industrial district after all. He does have pups around the place sometimes. So these are the structures we need, which are basically I'm going to just reverse up a little bit and let me just try and I'll get a mega screenshot. So these are giant kilns. Whereas around over here, that's Shino's home. Yeah, we're still in mud. We're still in the things. Now, I do need to exercise caution because Shino has been quarrying. And that is a burr, which I would, as is that. Lovely. 3. Nope. Bye-bye. 3 bears and at least 4 wolves. We ain't going that way. We're going to go round. This, of course, is one of the problems with, and I think Shino mentions this in his recent video, that one of the problems of having so much of the world loaded is you keep on spawning in hostile mobs, which you do need to exercise a bit of care about. So if I'm here, I want to get down there around that way. And I do need to exercise a certain amount of caution because this desert is... I'm surprised that doesn't spawn bears, though. I didn't know deserts could spawn bears. Yeah, me or you both. Right, I need to try and get my ass around the sides of this. And hopefully, oh god, it's not the most easy or glitch free mod, but you know what, as I say, it's at least it's not me doing the walking. Right, we're back in the desert and this is nothing new, so I will come back when I get a bit closer. I brought some walls to build a little pen for this guy because he's not the most obedient bobbo. And well, I will see you when I get to where we're going. Alright, Dapple has her home, his home. You know, when you sit there and you say something, you go, actually wasn't that a stallion? Now, we still have the problem to solve, and I will probably try and arrange collaboration with somebody to come and give me a hand with this, because we've still got all of those to deal with, those locust spawners. However, that doesn't mean I can't start stockpiling materials over here for the build, and one of the materials we are going to need lots and lots of is sandstone. Now we have a mod on the server, I feel is the right thing, which let me just go in here, and I'm I'm going to need the hammer. I've got those. I can put the walls away for now. And we are going to need some additional bits to use this mod, but I can certainly do the gathering in the first instance, and that we are going to do in the sandstone layer, probably around about here. I think seems like as good a place as any. We might as well have this copper. We'll go down a little bit. We'll find the copper, and it's in here somewhere. I mean, I'm going to want some. Come on, you're about here somewhere. Dirt. You could, there you go. And this is actually good. It's rubbish copper, but you know, it doesn't matter. At least it's reasonably deep. And did I bring anything to get out with? Not really, did I? I was a bit stupid. It's alright, I think I can probably dig my way out. So I'll grab the copper, just because it'd be wrong not to. And then we'll start utilising the Quarry mod, which is somewhat fascinating. Now, look, they've done some very interesting. Wow, this is quite a big vein of copper actually. They've come up with some interesting mechanical choices, which I do think are pretty good. They've really thought about how we quarried copper in the traditional and old way, if you like. Not copper, sandstone, stone, not copper. It's because I'm looking at copper. You know what it's like. Just need to then work my way out, which is going to be more easier said than done. But I'm not leaving this down here because it's a valuable resource. So, copper quarry mod. Yeah, if you've ever watched, and I mean, I'll be honest, I am one of these. I won't say a National Geographic junkie, because that would be wrong. That's not what I am. What I am is someone who really 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need to go up here. We need to go back 2, 3, and 4. And the way a lot of quarries work is, well, there's several ways of doing it, but I've seen, and I've actually have genuinely seen this done in the flesh with wooden pegs. But you put these splitter plugs, and you drill a hole with a chisel, and you put wood in, and these wooden plugs, and then you soak them with water. Now that's one way of doing it. Now this way, the way they've done it in Vintage Stories, these will give me a 4x4, and you just hammer them in. They're nothing fancy, they're just 1 ingot of bronze each. Now if you go with copper, you've got a 3x3. I presume an iron is a 5x5. And I'm going to guess the steel is a 6x6. And then you fall down, you make sure you've got all 8 of your things back, and you should have a large stone slab. Now in an ideal world you wouldn't have done the falling down bit, but you know, such is life. Maybe I would have done the ones on the top first. But I do need to make sure that I can get out of here. Let me... Oh, there's more copper there. Wow. This is a different copper vein as well. Just for good measure. Okay, well, I'm going to grab this and dig my way out. And I shall be back with you in a moment. And just like that, apart from the eerie music because of the negative stability in the area, we have... Oh, I need to just pop that down. There we go. We have 4 lots of 64 blocks of sandstone. That's a lot of sandstone. And we can carry a lot more, obviously. We've got some copper bits and pieces. Now there's a couple of options here now. One is that I sleep down here. Well, it's not an option. I think it's kind of a mandatory thing given the stability in the area. I actually worried briefly that we had a temporal storm incoming, which would have been unpleasant, to say the least, but we didn't, so, you know, small blessings and all. That needs to go back up there. You can go back there for now. You can go there, and we'll pick you up. Yeah, so there's a question mark about whether I just leave these large expanses of sandstone down here, because this is where I'm going to be building after all. I also just want to have a... Have I seen that before? Oh, that's my fence. That's all right. I was just looking at that going, I don't remember there being a ruin there. I think we're going to have to sleep. There's nothing on the radar for a temporal storm, so with a bit of luck. Oh, there we go. Let's get up. That's 5 hours away. Oh dear. Well, there's several things we can do with that. One is we can sleep through temporal storms. Apparently, I did not know this, by the way. This was a feature that I was not expecting, or I could just try and ride my horsey back home. I mean, it's not like we didn't bring him down here for a reason, but the main thing I wanted to do was experiment with things. Now, I haven't done a temporal storm on... Now, these are a little bit tricky to get out, and the gates don't open quite nicely. Oh, I just did it then. Yeah, they're a lot more than a bit tricky to get out. Back up. No. There's got to be a better way of getting these things to come out, I suppose. Let me just try and get off. If worst comes to the worst, then let me just try this. If I poke you down from this side, you open that. You see, you're only single gates. That's the problem. All right, we're going to have to do this. Jump, come on. Or we just do that. Right, let's see. Can I beat the storm home? Probably not. It would be my honest assessment. But I'll have a go. Not like that though. Yeah, this desert's lethal. Time is a ticking. I'm probably going to have to sign out to avoid it. Do. But this thing, I mean, it flies. Just look at that. If the movement was slightly less glitchy, I think we'd have a perfect horsey. But it's not, so we are somewhat stuck with what we got. I have marked him on the map, haven't I? Yes. Right, so I need to skirt well. Don't remember seeing that ruin. I'm sure somebody's seen it though, because we're fairly close to spawn here. Yeah, let's handles water much better than a Minecraft horse. I think the biggest thing is this glitchiness going over the terrain, and I think we definitely need a horse racing track at some point in the future on the... My God, I've turned into B-dubs. Right, I think if we go this way, we can probably head straight through there. There's a lot of bears around Shino's place. So there's a note for self, hey? So, yeah, I'm going to get myself... I think we're going to beat it home. Yeah, there's... This feels very familiar now. I just got to watch out still for potholes, because we're not home dry yet. But that's the quarry mod anyway. It's there are a number of chisels you use, and which I need to make myself going forward. This is just annoying though. I think I need to come up with a better way of doing this. Maybe a 3x3 gate. Ah. Come on, oh, these are terrible. No, that did not work. Okay, well, I'm going to get myself in and stop embarrassing myself. I'll be back in a moment. Well, I had to sleep through that storm. It was definitely not an option to just log off from it, which I suppose is fair dues. So I should have... What have I got here? Poor. Medium. I'm just going to donate some of this lot to the cause, because I need to make some chisels now to utilize those blocks, and that will probably be it for this episode. Now I want to do... I have a problem. I end up playing on here on most nights, even briefly. Typically, sometimes just come on and do the bees, perhaps, maybe check the crops, and obviously, whoa, hello, little stutter there. That in itself is probably not the most amazing content in the world, and that's fine. However, my problem largely comes down to, use this one, having, I won't say more content than I've got the space to do, because I still have room days, but I don't want to keep on upgrading my number of series. I want to move in the opposite direction. I'd like to have more episodes of less series, to a little bit. So, we'll have Vintage Story. We've got Undead Legacy. That's probably only got a few more weeks left in it, maybe a couple of months at the outside. I don't think I'm going to get to the end game of that. Just because it's a lot of a grind. Oops, hello. No, that was okay. Let's just get you back in there. Right, what I would like then is I need to do, I'm going to use, let's do them all. 8 ingots worth of bronze. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know whether that helps it at all, by the way. That is not something I'm aware of. But what we got? Lamellet, hose, hammers. Think we're alright for hammer. Pickaxe. Splitter plug, splitter plug, splitter plug. Falx blade, pro pick, mailbox flag. I don't even know what that's for. I suspect that's going to take about 7 or 8 of this. Let's put 10 in just to be on the safe side. Now that is going to make a whole load of bronze. How are we for cassiterite? So yeah, we've got nearly 8 lots of cassiterite. I always say cassiterite. I know it probably triggers people. Life sucks. Okay, and we're going to get you going because we need to make 3. There is a 4th tool. There is this one here, which is the tin rubble hammer, which that's a thing which you can have. I haven't got the rubble storage, and I don't think I'm going to need to grind them down to gravel or anything anytime soon. So, in fact, I'm surprised there's no rubble storage in here. Okay, such is life. But, so I'm going to get these going. These guys I'm going to get going as well as, and I'm going to make myself 3 chisels, and I will cast actually a hammer because I'm almost certain the hammer is one of these hammers. It's a bit like not something you see very much in the UK, but you hear it often enough on certainly on American TV shows. The take a penny, leave a penny tray. I don't think I've ever seen it in the UK, to be honest. It's just not something we have, or maybe it's something we have and I've just never noticed. Either way it works. So what I need is not a bronze chisel. I need a rough cut chisel. Which looks like it wants me to lose most of the material off of this. a lot of bronze back from this, which is nice. One of my favourite mods, actually. It just makes sense. I mean, having worked in the steel trade for a number of years. Right, we need... That was my rough cut. I need a finishing and a wedge, I believe. So we want a finishing head. Which again, I suppose it's only pattern, even though you've got a 3x7, I want to say. Yeah, 3x7, there's only so many patterns you can actually achieve in that. And then maybe you have to go to bigger pattern with more hooferage. You know what I mean. Where you have to add or come out the other way. Anyway, that's that. We'll just go and call those. We'll get another 2 ingots on. I do like to leave... I don't like to waste material. No, that's not helping. I just need to decide what else I... How are you doing? Not quite there yet. How are you doing for fuel? You've got plenty. Let me just go and grab me bits. Boop. And I think you need to be combined with a stick, presumably. Yes, you do. I've only got the 1 stick, so I'll have to go and borrow a stick from somebody. Right. So we've got all of them, and we can put all of that lot back in. You must be getting close, but you'll probably finish off on that. So you can become... Still got 3 left. Let's do the this bit now. Get the broken one. I'll make... What shall we make? I don't know. Maybe a pick. I know I've got the iron pick, but I don't want to wear that out too quickly. So, yep. Let's get this heated up. And don't stand on those. Vitally important lesson to learn is not to stand on molten metal. You tend to combust. My God, he sounded a bit hoarse. Well, not hoarse, chicken, but you know. Anyway, let me get these last ones built. I was on the finishing chisel and the thing. I need the other chisel. Oh, come on, we must be getting closer. The other thing, the pick I can do blindfold. That's not a problem. But I'll get this one done with us, and then we can move on. That should be sufficient. So that was that. You need a wedge headed chisel. That's the beastie. Oh, hello. This is interesting. how. I think I'm going to do this on autocomplete. This looks like it's going to be a pain to achieve. Does mean you lose, or at least I think it means you lose your bits. But you know, when you're trying to looking at something, you're going, how on earth am I supposed to move that around? That would be a thing. And then this one will just turn into a what? Do I want a hammer? Do I want some arrowheads? Not really. I haven't got a bow yet. Just go with the pick for now. And I'll do this one because I prefer to get the bits. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we got everything, made the replacement hammer, and all is good in the world. Let's put that away. Tidy mind. And all, check on the chucks because it's been a two days. Four days. Yeah, we just need these to continue breeding, if you don't mind, please. What needed an incubator mod, so I can just take the eggs and incubate them ourselves. Be relatively simple, even with primitive technology, to create a heated space that was suitable. Anyway, let us not worry about that. Let me go and demonstrate what these are for. And then we'll finish up on that, I think. So, I am going to probably be working a horde storm shelter at some point. Let's start off. So, the tin bronze, and I'll grab a little bit of this. Put the hammer in our offhand. We've got the rough cut, we've got the finishing, and we've got the wedge. So the rough cut, cuts smooth stone. Simple as that. That's got 67 granite in it. That's got 64 sandstone. These have got some chalk. You know, that's your rough cut chisel. The smoothing chisel cuts you polished, and the cuts bricks. So those three tools, and then obviously you can make the last thing you've got there is the rubble hammer, and I think, if the top of my head, that will, I know it rubber use it in the box, but I'm wondering whether there is a way to get the stone from it. But to be honest, you can probably just hammer away at it with a pick. Really cool mod, and it's going to be really handy because obviously one of the things I need to work on is, well, I need to work on this area back here. I need to expand this, well, I don't, I mean, somebody does. Potentially it's going to be me, because, you know, I'm down for that anyway. Kilns, and don't know whether, well, I mean, I would have put that in there, but I think now I've bound my thingy to it, it's kind of stuck there. I'm not entirely sure on that one. However, I am going to put those in. I'm probably going to have to process up some of the iron that's been left and make an iron plate so I can get an iron chest, because that will improve our carrying capacity. I think there is There's some blooms. You see, I need to work out how this lot works. Broken metal fragment. I see those on just off their own back are probably worth things, but they smelt at 1482. I don't think we have anything that burns at 1482. I need to work out how this iron stuff works, because clearly none of that is going to help me. You know, the charcoal is 1200. 1300, sorry, but still doesn't matter. Coal is 1200. Brown coal is 1100. There's a fuel that we need to look at, and I think it is probably going to be coal coke, but I need to get into the iron side of things, so that's something potentially for a future episode. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I don't suppose there is really that much to show off, unless we mega screenshot that. Can I get it without the text over the top? We'll see. We'll see. But on that note, I am going to call this one, that was just a donkey. I'm going to call this one an episode. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.